Welcome to the Moon Manifesting Podcast with Kyra Howearth. Hi, I'm Kyra, business astrologer, moon manifesting mama, author, teacher, and mentor. I teach you how to harness the energy of the moon, stars, and cosmos so you can manifest your dreams and discover a deeper purpose to your life. Welcome back to the Moon Manifesting Podcast. My name's Kyra, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about blue moons. What exactly is a blue moon? We're going to be talking about the different ways that a blue moon can occur. We're going to be talking about exactly what is a blue moon. We're going to be talking about the energies of a blue moon, as well as how to work with a blue moon. We're going to be talking about rituals and all that sort of thing that you can use to tap into the energy of the blue moon. So a bit of a shout out to my son, Zebby. He's the one who inspired me to record this episode. It was really cute. He sent me a text message the other day and he's like, "Mummy, what's the blue moon? When's the next blue moon?" So he'd obviously heard it like on YouTube or somewhere. And I'm just glad that he asked me. And I literally took a photo of the pages in my book, Moon Manifesting, that are all about the blue moon. And I'm like, I wrote a book about this, Sebby. So yeah, shout out to my son. Thank you for inspiring me to record this episode, because I figured, well, if he wants to know, I'm sure other people want to know too. So I thought I would actually just read out a little bit about blue moons straight from my book, Moon Manifesting. If you don't already have Moon Manifesting, I wrote this book, I think back in 2020, or maybe it was 2021. 2021. You can get this on Amazon or other good bookstores near you. And if you can't find it, just send me a message and I can help point you in the right direction. But Moon Manifesting, it is your ultimate guide to working with all of the moon phases, all of the zodiac signs, and it talks about those kind of rare lunar events such as blue moons and black moons and eclipses and all that sort of thing too. So if you're fascinated by the moon and you want to know a little bit more about working with the moon, the specific energies of all the different moon phases and everything, this book is just for you. So much information in here. You'll love it. So you can also just find this at kyrahowearth.com.au/book. I'll pop the link in the show notes below as well, so you can just click through and find Moon Manifesting at a store near you. Okay, so I'm going to just, literally just read out this little chapter about blue moons straight from my book, because I really just thought this is the best way to describe exactly what a blue moon is, because I wrote it so well. Okay, so blue moons can be defined in a number of ways, similarly to black moons. So a blue moon is a full moon, whereas a black moon is associated with a new moon, okay? So a blue moon can be either a second full moon in a calendar month. A blue moon could also be the third of 4 full moons in a tropical season. It can be the third of 4 full moons in a tropical season. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Or it can also be classified as the second full moon in the same zodiac sign. Now, I'm just going to pause my little section on the book here, just so I can add in some little footnotes here. I feel like, so I think the reason why my son sent me a message about the blue moon is because currently it's August 2023 and we had a full moon on either the 1st or the 2nd of August, depending where in the world you are. And then the second full moon is either the 30th or 31st of August, again, depending where in the world you are. And so it's the second full moon in the calendar month, right? So this is why a lot of people are referring to the second full moon in the month of August as a blue moon. But yeah, I'm going to read through the rest of the chapter in the book now so I can explain a bit more about, the blue moon. Okay, so I found it to be mostly significant when the blue moon is defined as the second full moon in the same zodiac sign. So blue moons will fall in the critical 29th degree of the zodiac sign. This critical degree can be associated with crises, completion, fate, and soul growth, which can explain why blue moons can feel intense. So yeah, I personally believe that blue moons are more significant when it is that second full moon within the same zodiac sign, because of the degrees that this full moon will fall in, right? This full moon that we're having, this blue moon that we're having in August, this second full moon, it is just the calendar month blue moon, which astrologically it doesn't have a huge significance, but up to you. If you feel like it's quite significant for you, go for it. Apply what you hear in this episode about working with the blue moon. But for me, I'm like, it's a blue moon, inverted commas, because for me, I don't feel like it's as astrologically significant as the second full moon in a zodiac sign. So like, for example, like if we have like the first full moon in the sign of Aquarius, and it might be falling at about like 0 or 1 degrees Aquarius, and then the second full moon will be around 29 degrees Aquarius, that would be a blue moon. But however, yeah, this full moon that's coming up in August is not exactly that. Okay, so I'm going to keep reading. Okay. This second full moon in a zodiac sign gives a powerful boost to whatever you're manifesting for that moon cycle. Full moons are a time of harvesting the seeds we sow at the new moon, so a blue moon is a bonus second harvest. The energy of the full moon is amplified during a blue moon. Expect the energy to be intense, especially if you have any planets around 29 degrees in your natal chart. This intensity can cause rapid transformation and change in our lives. A heated argument, a sudden impulse, a divine download or inspiration. Blue moons can push you out of your comfort zone, but trust that this push is driving you down the right path. Use blue moons to your manifesting advantage by knowing in advance when a blue moon is going to occur. I've listed the next blue moons for your reference. Okay, so these, at the time of writing this book in 2021, I looked through for any zodiacal or astrological blue moons. So like I said, where that first full moon occurs in the first degree or two of the zodiac sign, and then that second full moon falls at that last degree of that same zodiac sign. So the very next blue moon is the 21st of July, 2024, and that's going to be a blue moon in Capricorn. The next one after that isn't until 2029. These events are really quite rare. So this next blue moon after the one in 2024 is on the 22nd of September, 2029. That's going to be a blue moon in Pisces. And then after that, about 3 years after that, we see another blue moon, which is going to be the 21st of August, 2032, and that's going to be a blue moon in Aquarius. So these astrological blue moons are a much rarer occurrence. I feel like in a calendar month, it happens maybe a bit more frequently. But you can see, like, with the rarity of these astrological blue moons, it creates a bit more of an intense energy for these blue moons. Let's keep reading. I'm not finished yet. I keep interrupting myself and coming in with these little side notes. It's cool. Okay, so as you can see, blue moons occur rather infrequently, so you don't want to miss the rare opportunity to manifest with the power of the blue moon. You'll need to set intentions on the new moon corresponding with that blue moon. For example, set your intentions on the 11th of January 2024 during the new moon in Capricorn to manifest these intentions intensely with the blue moon in Capricorn on the 21st of July 2024. You may want to make a note in your diary, in your calendar about that first new moon in 2024, because yeah, that's going to be a really powerful time to set those intentions so that when we're about midway through the year and we're in July, and we have that second full moon in Capricorn, that blue moon in Capricorn, you're going to get a double whammy of harvesting those intentions. You're going to get like a second chance of manifesting. You could experience some like deep transformation and rapid change with that full moon / blue moon energy in Capricorn. So yeah, that's exciting, right? Okay, so I'll keep reading. There's a little bit on the following page. However, if you miss that window of opportunity to set intentions 6 months before the blue moon, don't worry. You'll find that the universe will naturally push you towards intense transformation on the blue moon anyway. Direct your energy towards the changes that you want to create in your life and let the blue moon energy make this magic for you. And then the last little bit, I feel that moon manifesting is all about learning how to work in alignment with the energies of the moon. Otherwise, things can get chaotic and out of our control, especially on full moons, blue moons, or eclipses. Okay, that's a little excerpt from the blue moon section in my book, Moon Manifesting. Don't forget you can get this on Amazon or from my website, kyrahowearth.com.au/book. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about blue moons. So the themes of a blue moon, because it's always going to fall at that 29 degrees, talking about like an astrological blue moon, of course. The themes here are always going to be around rebirth, soul growth, and transformation. So how to work with this energy, you may want to first up have a look on your natal chart. You can bring up a natal chart for free if you don't already have one. You can use websites like astro.com or astro-charts.com to bring up a free natal chart for yourself. You just need to enter in your time, date, and location of birth for your natal chart to be accurate. So what you want to be doing is looking for where that blue moon is going to be falling on the chart. And so knowing that an astrological blue moon is going to be falling at 29 degrees, you can look at, at 29 degrees on that particular zodiac sign to find out where that blue moon is going to be falling on your chart. So talking about that actual blue moon that we're going to be having in 2024, and thinking about that blue moon in Capricorn that we're going to be having on the 21st of July 2024, you could look at 29 degrees Capricorn. Where is that on your chart? So first up, looking at what house that falls in, and then looking at, are there any other planets nearby? Maybe you don't have any planets exactly at 29 degrees Capricorn, but maybe you have planets within maybe a 5-degree orb of 29 degrees Capricorn, or maybe you have planets elsewhere on your chart in other zodiac signs that are at 29 degrees in other signs. And this energy can be triggered by this blue moon occurring at 29 degrees Capricorn. So checking out your natal chart can give you a lot of information about specifically what's coming up for you with this blue moon. Yeah, your natal chart has all the answers. It really does. Okay, so regardless of whether it's an astrological blue moon or whether it's a calendar blue moon, or if you want to talk about the seasons, the ways to work with the energy of the blue moon, manifestation, okay? Regardless of whether it's a blue moon or a full moon, this energy is really powerful for manifestation, and a blue moon just really amplifies that energy. It really can boost that manifestation. So check in with the goals and intentions that you set on the new moon around 6 months prior. So the new moon in the same sign as the full moon or blue moon, checking in with those intentions and goals that you set. How far have you come? Have you manifested those? If not, is there something that you need to do to bring those goals and intentions to completion? Or are there things that maybe you need to release? Is there anything that's unaligned? Maybe those goals and intentions that you set are no longer aligned with you. Maybe you can release those intentions and goals and no longer feel like you have to work towards them. Maybe there are other things that are just feeling unaligned with your goals and intentions that, it's time to let go of. The other thing that you can do to work with the energy of a blue moon is to use this energy to transform your life. Use this energy to make big changes and to really push yourself forward. I feel like this is particularly true if it's an astrological blue moon that's occurring at the 29th degree, which is all about transformation and soul growth. This could be, the energy that you really need to push yourself forward to get out of where you're stuck at, to push you forward into the next chapter of your life. And the other thing that you can do to work with the energy of a blue moon is to check in what was happening on the last full moon, whether we're working with like the calendar blue moon as we are in August 2023. Maybe you want to check in with the full moon that was at the start of the month, if it's now the full moon at the end of the month, or if it's an astrological blue moon, checking out what was happening at the first full moon in that zodiac sign, because now the blue moon is the second full moon in that same zodiac sign. So just checking in what was happening on the last full moon. What did you manifest? What did you release? All that sort of thing. And did that actually happen? Did that actually manifest? Or did you actually release that stuff that you wanted to release? And if not, this blue moon, it's a second chance. It's the second full moon for the month or for the zodiac sign, depending on how you're looking at it. So it's a second chance to release, to manifest, to transform, to do any of those things that you would generally do under a full moon anyway. But it's like, second chance. It's helpful. Sometimes, we say that we're going to release things or let things go under a full moon, but part of us still holds on to those things. And so when the second blue moon comes around, maybe, when we check in with ourselves and it's like, hang on, I'm still holding on to that. I really should have let that go. It's time, it really helps us push ourselves to let go of those things that we're still holding on to. Okay, so let's have a chat about some blue moon rituals to finish off the episode today. So some blue moon rituals. Oh, you guys know I love a good full moon ritual. So blue moons, like I said, they're just like an amplification of the full moon energy anyway. So you might be feeling it quite strongly in your body. So my top suggestion is to move your body, whether that's dancing, doing yoga, go for a vigorous workout. Shake off your energy, shift your energy through physical movement. It can really help you release stuff out of the physical body, because we store emotions and energies within the physical body. So when we move, when we dance, when we do yoga, when we do all sorts of movement practices, this allows us to shift those stored emotions and those trapped energies out of the physical body so that we can actually shift our energy. So this is like, the perfect thing to do under a blue moon. My other suggestion is to work with the elements of the zodiac sign that this blue moon is in. So if it's a blue moon in a water sign, such as Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces, maybe you want to visit a body of water, such as go down to the beach, go to a river or a lake, or maybe even just take a bath or ritual shower, or even just a foot bath, like depending on what you have available. I get that not everyone has a bath in their home. You can just, get a bowl or a bucket or something and make yourself a foot bath. Put in like some, dried herbs, some dried flowers, some essential oils, some Epsom salts, whatever. Make it a really relaxing experience. If this blue moon is occurring in an earth sign, such as Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, then you might like to incorporate nature into your blue moon ritual. You might like to head out to a forest or some other special place in nature, or even just go outside to your yard or local park and get your bare feet on the earth, ground your energy. Full moons can really make us feel ungrounded. It can really like that heightened energy can make things feel really intense and really overwhelming. So one of the best ways to combat this intensity is grounding. So particularly if the moon is in an earth sign, it can be really beneficial to head outside and do some sort of ritual outside. And it can be just as basic as just standing on the earth with your bare feet. It can be that simple. Then if the blue moon is in a fire sign, working with the element of fire. So if the blue moon is in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, maybe you want to light some candles. Maybe you want to do a burning ritual, like, write out the things that you want to release or manifest, burn it. And smoke cleansing is my other suggestion. If the blue moon is in a fire sign, maybe you get like a sage bundle or other sort of smoke bundle made with dried herbs, and give your house a smoke cleanse, or maybe do whatever you feel called to do. Like if you don't want to cleanse your house necessarily, maybe just giving yourself an energy cleanse, doing whatever feels good for you. And then finally, if the blue moon is in an air sign, working with the element of air. So you may like to connect with others. You may like to do a group ritual, or you might even like to do some chanting or meditate. Air is to do with not only like our connections with other people, but also to do with our thoughts. Meditation can be a really good way to work with that full moon, blue moon energy. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that I want to share about blue moons today. Don't forget to get a copy of my book, Moon Manifesting. You can get this on Amazon or other good bookstores near you, both as a physical copy as well as an ebook. Have a look. If you can't find it, let me know. You should generally be able to find it if you go to kyrahowearth.com.au/book. I hope that this episode was really helpful to understand what a blue moon is all about, how blue moons are classified as a blue moon. And one last thing to share, and this is probably like an obvious thing, but when it's a blue moon, the moon doesn't actually look blue, by the way. Just want to put that out there because I didn't mention it. And I feel like, maybe some people would have that question. But no, a blue moon is just a name that we give to that moon. It has nothing to do with the actual color that the moon will appear in the sky. But maybe it will look kind of blue depending on where you are and what's going on in the skies around you. Generally it doesn't really affect the actual color of the moon. Okay, so I hope that this episode was really helpful. Let me know your insights. You can comment below in the show notes. If you click through to the accompanying blog post, there is a comment section. I would love to know your thoughts from this episode. And you can also send me a message on Instagram at kyrahowearth.official. Let me know your thoughts about blue moons. Let me know what's coming up for you with this second full moon in August, this calendar blue moon. Maybe you're feeling it a bit intensely too, or maybe something else. Let me know. I'm always up for a chat to talk about anything to do with the moon and astrology and everything along those lines. Alrighty, have a wonderful day and we'll talk soon. Stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll be back with a new episode next week. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Moon Manifesting podcast. If you're wanting more moon magic, check out my book, Moon Manifesting. Download your free Moon Manifesting calendar or connect with me on social media. You can do all of that at kyrahowearth.com.au. Stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you in the next episode.